run. They do. I agree.
And I know yesterday Shedeur and Dillon got their first chances to go up against the first team defense.
Shedeur Sanders going against the number ones on defense in practice, and what's next?
The Browns' fifth-round rookie just torched their elite starting defense with backup receivers. Shedeur Sanders went 2 for 3 against Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward, while Dillon Gabriel missed wide-open targets with the first team. Cleveland's coaching staff is still pretending this isn't happening.
Shedeur went against the ones. It was weird, though. He was still with his twos, the group he's been with, and they went against the ones. What did you make of that, Tony? Or do you think this is just natural progression for a fifth-round draft pick?
Reality check. We're watching one of the most obvious quarterback competitions in recent memory, except the Browns are acting like they need a magnifying glass to see what's directly in front of them. Day 7 of training camp should have been just another routine practice session, but instead it became the moment everything changed in Cleveland.
The new thing that happened yesterday was that Shedeur got a chance to go against the first team defense a little bit.
Here's what actually went down. And trust me, you'll want to stick around because what happens next will blow your mind. The Browns coaching staff finally decided to throw Shedeur what they called a dog bone, letting him face the starting defense for the first time. Apparently, they thought this would be some kind of charity work, a participation trophy moment for the kid they didn't even want to draft.
Count and wonder, where did all my money go? Between dining out, online shopping, and entertainment, it's easy to lose track. That's where Monarch Money comes in. It's your personal CFO.
Shedeur didn't just catch that bone. He turned it into a 5-course meal that left the entire organization questioning everything they thought they knew about their quarterback room. While working with second-string receivers against Pro Bowl defenders, this rookie looked more composed than veterans twice his age.
I would think the next progression, totally unannounced, will be to give him some number one offensive players on his reps.
Meanwhile, Dillon Gabriel was handed every possible advantage. First-team offensive line, elite receivers, facing the second-string defense, and what did he do with it? Absolutely nothing worth writing home about. 3 incompletions, 1 near interception, and his only touchdown came courtesy of a receiver doing all the work after the catch.
I think we had the right people involved in the conversation. At the end of the day, that's Andrew Berry's call.
But here's where it gets really interesting, and I guarantee you haven't heard this part yet. Timing couldn't be more perfect for exposing the Browns' backwards thinking. Just days before Shedeur's breakout performance, owner Jimmy Haslam sat in front of cameras and basically threw his own draft pick under the bus. When asked about Shedeur Sanders, Haslam's response was colder than Cleveland in January. That was Andrew Berry's decision.
If you'd have told me, let's see, we picked him on Saturday, right? Friday night driving home, y'all are going to pick Shedeur, I would say that's not happening.
Haslam essentially admitted he didn't want Shedeur Sanders in a Browns uniform, tried to distance himself from the pick, and acted like having this quarterback was some kind of unfortunate accident. The man literally threw his general manager under the bus to avoid taking responsibility for what he clearly saw as a mistake.
He's saying that's not happening because he didn't think Shedeur would be available, or is he saying that's not happening because we didn't want to take him?
Fast forward to day 7, and suddenly that mistake is out here, making precision throws against all pro defenders, while Haslam's preferred options are struggling with basic fundamentals. The irony is so thick, you could cut it with a knife. Intelligence clearly runs in the Sanders family, because Shedeur has been handling this disrespect with the maturity of a 10-year veteran. Instead of complaining about the obvious favoritism or calling out the owner's comments, he's been letting his arm do the talking. Nobody expected what happened next, and it's exactly why the Browns front office is probably having emergency meetings right now.
Was that more of Kevin Stefanski just shuffling things up in a way that he anticipated doing all week, or was that a result of Dillon and Shedeur looking good in practice? And
Kevin Stefanski has been playing this cute little game all camp, rotating quarterbacks and claiming it's all about evaluation. But anyone with functioning eyeballs can see this isn't evaluation, it's manipulation. They've been stacking the deck against Shedeur from day 1, giving him the worst possible circumstances to succeed, while handing Gabriel everything on a silver platter. Here's Stefanski's brilliant strategy. Give the third-round pick first-team reps with elite receivers, let him throw against backup defenders, and hope nobody notices when he still looks mediocre. Meanwhile, bury the fifth-round pick with practice squad players and pray he doesn't embarrass the Golden Boy when he finally gets a chance.
So I just thought that was a really good sign for him.
Speaking of rigged competitions, let me break down exactly what happened when Shedeur finally got his shot, because the numbers don't lie even when coaches do. Performance doesn't care about draft position, politics, or what Jimmy Haslam whispers behind closed doors. It only cares about results, and Shedeur's results are speaking louder than any press conference ever could.
And he was able to go out there and go 2 for 3 in that session. He finished it off with
2 completions out of 3 attempts against Cleveland's starting defense isn't just impressive for a rookie. It's impressive for anyone. We're talking about throwing against Myles Garrett's pass rush, Denzel Ward's coverage, and Greg Newsome's ball skills. These aren't scrubs. These are elite NFL defenders who make quarterbacks with years of experience look foolish.
He finished it off with 2 completions against some of the best defenders in the NFL. So I just thought that was a really good sign for him.
How are, based on what you've heard, Mary Kay, how is he doing behind the scenes, picking up the offense?
But Shedeur, he looked like he belonged. Not like a rookie trying to survive, but like a quarterback who's been doing this for years. His passes had zip, accuracy, and perfect timing. The one incompletion wasn't even his fault. The safety made a perfectly timed hit that would have broken up most throws in the NFL.
Reception in the end zone, everybody was saying what a terrible throw it was. But really the only thing wrong with that ball was that he threw it too flat and didn't get enough arc on it.
Compare that to Gabriel's performance with every possible advantage. 6 completions out of 11 attempts, multiple misfires, and a touchdown that had more to do with receiver ability than quarterback skill. Dynasty quarterbacks aren't born from favorable circumstances. They're forged in adversity, and Shedeur is getting his PhD in overcoming obstacles right now.
What Schwartz wants to do is collapse the pocket with 4 guys, rush the passer with 4 guys, allowing them to drop 7. That's the way you beat Tom Brady when he was playing in the NFL.
Remember when everyone said Tom Brady was a system quarterback? How about when Russell Wilson was too short to succeed? The NFL has a long history of overlooking talent because it doesn't fit their predetermined molds, and Cleveland is about to become the latest cautionary tale.
Well, as far as being a teammate, he's doing a tremendous job.
What makes this situation even more fascinating is how the locker room is quietly responding. Players aren't stupid. They can see who's making plays and who's making excuses. When Shedeur completed those passes against the starting defense, you could feel the energy shift on the sideline. Veterans started paying attention. Teammates started gravitating toward him. That's not something you can manufacture with draft position or coaching favoritism. That's authentic leadership emerging under pressure. Breakthrough moments in sports often happen when nobody's expecting them, but smart people recognize them immediately, which is why you need to subscribe, because this story is just getting started.
When everybody saw him going to podium 1, a lot of people started walking away from Jerome Baker. And I saw this was not a PR thing. This was absolutely Shedeur turning to those 2 PR guys, and he said, I'm not going until Jerome is done.
Connection with teammates matters more than connection with coaches, and Shedeur is building something special with this group. While Gabriel gets all the official first-team reps, Shedeur is earning something more valuable: genuine respect from the guys who actually have to catch his passes and block for his success.
When he did go up to the podium and he said, that's respect. I know that I produce a lot of content and draw a lot of energy and attention, and I wanted Jerome to have his moment. And I just thought that was really, really cool.
There's a reason why practice squad receivers are making catches they shouldn't be able to make when Shedeur is throwing. It's not luck, it's chemistry. When a quarterback has natural timing and puts the ball where only his receiver can get it, even undrafted rookies start looking like superstars. Meanwhile, Gabriel is throwing to all-pro receivers and still struggling to maintain consistency. That tells you everything you need to know about natural talent versus manufactured opportunity.
I think Shedeur Sanders is doing a great job of practicing hard every day.
His progression through training camp reads like a masterclass in earning respect the hard way. Started with practice squad players, gradually worked his way up to second-team reps, and now he's making the starting defense look ordinary with backup receivers. Each step has been earned through performance, not politics.
And I really like his personality. I've really enjoyed what I've seen and heard from him as a person, as a human being.
But here's what really separates great quarterbacks from good ones: the ability to elevate everyone around them. Shedeur isn't just succeeding despite his circumstances. He's making his circumstances better through pure talent and leadership.
I think that he has a real ability to climb the pocket, keep his eyes downfield. He's an excellent deep ball thrower. His intermediate throws have been very good. He can throw with anticipation. I've been very impressed by him.
Watch how practice squad receivers run routes differently when he's throwing. Notice how the energy changes when he steps into the huddle. These aren't coincidences. These are the early signs of franchise quarterback magnetism. Persistence beats politics every single time in professional sports, and Shedeur Sanders is about to prove that point in spectacular fashion. The Browns can keep playing their games, stacking the deck, and pretending this isn't happening. But performance has a way of forcing honest conversations. Jimmy Haslam can distance himself from the pick all he wants. Kevin Stefanski can keep rotating quarterbacks like he's managing a fantasy football team. The media can ignore what's happening because it doesn't fit their preferred narrative.
Post-snap, he's doing great. I mean, he's got a really nice ball. He's got a really nice arm. He puts nice touch on it. He's very, very accurate, and I think he's earning more reps.
Every day Shedeur spends proving himself against impossible odds is another day the organization looks foolish for not recognizing what they have. And in the NFL, looking foolish has a way of becoming expensive very quickly. Smart organizations recognize generational talent when they see it and adjust accordingly. Stubborn organizations keep fighting reality until reality wins anyway, usually in the most embarrassing way possible. Cleveland has a choice to make, and every day they delay that choice makes it more obvious to everyone watching. They can get ahead of this story and look like geniuses who recognize talent early, or they can keep playing politics until the decision gets made for them. Either way, Shedeur Sanders is rising. The only variable is whether the Browns rise with him or get left behind in their own stubbornness. Subscribe to our channel to stay updated with more Shedeur Sanders and Cleveland news.